Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. A. Navneeta, Assistant Professor in EC Department, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today I am going to discuss a topic on the block diagram of your computer system. So mainly to help the engineering students to understand the concepts, important concepts in the engineering field, whatever may be the engineering field, so that if they are good in the basics, any complex concept they can understand, and they will be a good contributor in writing the programs or designing the hardware in which of the organization they are working, or running their startup, or understanding the secrecy which is present in the world, which is making the technology to work. Okay, so to know all this you should be good in the very basics of whatever the subjects you are going to learn. So this concept will be useful to the all kind of engineering like CSC, ECE, and mechanical, civil, triple E, IT. Any students, this is the most important concept which they have to know. Okay, so here in this one, whenever you come to the block diagram of a computer system, so what is a computer system? If you take a calculator daily which you are using, that is a one computer system, isn't it? We are using a mobile phone. Your mobile phone is a one computer system. Your robo is a one computer system. ATM machine is a one computer system. Washing machine is a computer system. Okay, so here in this one, all the electronic gadgets which we make use in our daily life to make some work easily, that comes under your computer system. So your artificial intelligence like driverless car is a one computer system. So all this is nothing but your example of your computer system. So whenever you go to the computer system, so your computer system is built with what? It is built with the hardware plus software. Okay, your mobile phone you can build with hardware and the software. Your robo is built with hardware and the software. The world is the next ruling. Your world is ruling. Next one is nothing but artificial intelligence, robotic engineering, isn't it? Cyber security, Internet of Things. All these are built using the hardware and the software only. So here, if you take our human body. Human body is made up of what? It is made up of blood cells and nerves. Nothing is there in our body. Okay. In the same way, when you take a mobile phone, your robo, inside what does it contain? Only an electronic circuits connected with the wires. And that electronic circuits will be working with the software program which is stored in the memory. Already in my previous video, I discussed what is a memory, isn't it? So here in this one, whenever you go for building any system, as we discussed, is required the hardware and the software. So first we will discuss what is the hardware you require for building any computer system like your mobile phone or your calculator or ATM machine or robo, anything you can take. So if you to build the computer system, the first hardware which you require is nothing but your input device. What is that input device? You generally make use of keyboard. Okay. Next one, scanner is an input device. Mouse is also an input device. So through those input devices only you are going to give the input to your main hardware block, that is nothing but CPU. So CPU is a main important hardware block which is present in your computer system. As how the human body is having the brain to think, to collect, to process, isn't it? So for that you make use of we make use of the brain. Same way your computer system is used to process the data, that is nothing but your CPU. So if you if you have seen any movie, so you are going to recall how the movie will be, how the movie is there, how the action scenes are there, how the songs are there, isn't it? So how the characters they have played. All these you are going to recall in your mind and you are going to collect one by one. In the same way, CPU is going to take the input, whatever your input device is going to give. Whatever the input it takes, according to the input taken, it is going to process, it is going to compute the input data based on what? Based on a software program which is stored in the memory. So think one example I am taking. You are building a calculator. So calculator main aim is to add the two numbers. Think here in this one you want to add, you want your calculator. Your calculator is nothing but what? A computer system. So in this computer system you want to add 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So what is the input? It has to give 1 and plus the sign you have to give from the keyboard, and 2 you have to give. From the keyboard you are going to type 1 and you are going to put a plus sign. Next you are going to give one more input 2. So once the input is given to your which hardware? CPU. CPU stands for what? Central processing unit. Okay, this is the brain. How human body has. In the same way your calculator, computer system, this CPU is going to have. Another name given to the CPU is nothing but processor. Processor or CPU is one and the same. And one more name is also they can be called as a microprocessors or a microcontroller. Anything is a one and the same. Okay. In my next video I will tell you what is the difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. Okay. So now just remember whatever the CPU which you make use in your computer system, that is called as processors or microprocessor or microcontroller. Okay. So whatever the input which you take from the keyboard, that will be taken by your CPU. That input is nothing but 1 plus 2. That is, it is taken. So here you are going to connect your input device with the CPU using some collection of wires. That collection of wires we call as a bus. Okay. This bus collection of the wire only used one hardware to the another hardware. Now I am taking a class for you in the mobile, isn't it? So to connect my mic with the mobile phone, you have to use a wire. That wire here we are calling as a bus. Don't think the bus which you are traveling. Okay, the wire here, bus in the computers or electronics, is nothing but the collection of the wires which is used. 2-3 collection of the wires, that we call it as a bus here. Okay, so that buses can be address bus, data bus and control bus. Okay, so the wires which are used to send the address bits from one hardware device to another hardware device, that is called as address bus. The collection of the wires which is used to send the data bits, though that bus is called as a data bus. The collection of the wires which is used to do read and write operation from one device to another device, that bus is called as a control bus. So all these wires, if it is used at one place, that is called as a system bus. So your system bus is shown here, which is connected from one hardware device to another hardware device, that is input device to CPU. Similarly, your CPU will be connected to which one? It is connected to output device. What will be your output device? A monitor or a printer where you can view the result. So your CPU is connected to the output device, is connected to the output device used in one more system bus. Okay. And here this CPU is also connected to which one? Memory. That memory you can take either RAM or ROM. So here your CPU can send data to your memory. That is then that if you send the data, then it is called as what? Write operation. Okay. When your CPU takes some data, arrow you can see, it is shown inward. That means your CPU is placing some data in the memory. Already I told you how it is going to send the data or receiving data in my previous video. So once the data is sent, it is that operation by the CPU, it is called as a write operation. Similarly, your CPU can take the data. Taking is shown with the outward. So here in this one, this is called as what? Taking the data from the memory, that is called as what? Called as read operation. So your memory is connected to your CPU using the system bus to do the read or write operation. So here in this one, it is taken the input 1 plus 2. So here what has to take from this input 1 plus and 2? Once it sees the plus, it has to know, your CPU has to know how it has to do the addition. So this addition, how it has to do, that procedure is written in the form of a software program. To write a software program, they can make use of either C language, C++, assembly level language programming, or machine level language programming. Any language of the program they can write. So here a software program is written to do the addition, that is nothing but plus. Whatever the program which is written, that program is stored in the form of ones and zeros. That program will be taken by the CPU. So in your memory you have the program, isn't it? Software program in the form of binary bits to do the addition. That program will be taken by the CPU. Once the program is taken, in the program it will be written how to do the addition step by step. So according to the program, machine level program, that is ones and zeros program, it will be doing the addition operation. Once it does the addition operation according using the hardware with the help of the program, it is going to do the addition. So here once it does the addition, the result will be stored where you are going to get the result as a 3.